Black Friday sales in full effect. If you want your brand, your business, or your song promoted, hit me up right now to find out how you can get it done for just $49. The email is ogod@hiphopun.com. That's ogod@hiphopun.com. Right. I want to move over to, because a lot of people after Keffe D arrested were talking about Diddy. Diddy was in on it, and it was audio from back in the past where Keffe D was, intimating that Diddy may have paid him $1 million.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that? Is it nonsense? Is anything to that? What's your thoughts on Diddy
Well,
paying
if
out?
you listen to T.K. Kirkland and Gene Deal, there's some
Yeah,
truth to it, right? They say they saw the check, but forget all of that. Keffe D tried already, so nothing's happened to Diddy. Diddy is free as a as whatever. He got to go deal with God. He ain't get on his knees and repent yet, then he good. If he got on his knees and repent, my belief is he good, right? But as far as the criminal system, sure can't happen to the Diddy no more. Keffe didn't already try. Keffe Diddy or any of his person would never get on the phone with Keffe D or anybody associated with Keffe D now. No more. So my point to Keffe tried. He got on a plane with the police and went to Zip's club and tried to set up Zip. Zip was smart enough to tell him, "Hey, dog, I'm out of the business. You can try to talk to my nephew, deal with my nephew. All this on wire, but I'm out of the game. I'm dying from cancer, and I'm old right now." So my point is, he already tried to do it. It failed. Zip was smart enough. God was on his side that day or whatever, not to do anything so they can get Zip implicated on a crime where they were just trying to get Zip implicated on a crime like they had Keffe D, and then try to get Zip the role on Puffy about the check and all of that. It didn't work. He played his card. Ain't shit else he can do but say Puffy had something to do with it. Just because you say somebody has something to do with it, don't mean shit in the court of law in in the country or the United States of America.
What's your hunch? Do you actually believe that at all?
I believe Diddy threw it out in a conversation like Keefy said. Just like me and you up here, and we talking. I'm like, man, yeah, take care of that motherfucker, or
Right.
and then you be like, all right, and then it happened, and Diddy was like, oh shit, these niggas actually did it.
Ooh.
Now I know Diddy position at one time. That's why it took so long for him to pay. Was because he was like, nah, nigga, y'all did that because your nephew got beat up. Y'all didn't do that because where Keefe's the whole thing was nigga shit. That gave me extra incentive, knowing that my nephew just got whooped on, and you talking about giving up $1 million. Shit, nigga, we did that. And apparently, if you believe everything that Keefe says, TK Kirkland says, Gene Deal says, then apparently Diddy eventually paid. But who would ever know?
So, and this is how crazy of a coincidence could it possibly be that Diddy talks to these two to set up Tupac? Tupac's in Vegas at a Tyson fight, happens to jump and beat on the people's
And,
nephew. They
yeah.
roll him out, kill him, and then all of this intertwined. So is a conspiracy? Like it's kind of crazy to even think about
Yeah.
that it actually happened, but could it have had? Like I don't even know how to ask the damn question. It's so wild to fathom that it could come that kind of coincidental. Do you think
Yeah,
it's
well,
that
shit,
coincidental? Or
shit
do you
like
think it's
that.
pretty black and
Shit,
white? Like,
shit happens. I call it a 2-for-1 where keeping them like shit, man. I got this offer on the table, but y'all know who the missing link to all of this? Who can solve a lot of this? I'm about to put her out there. I kind of like her, and I know she's going through her own issues right now with her hearing and stuff. But guess whose name has always been in the middle of it for being there at the conversation, according to Keefe D and Zip. Not according to Zip, but
you
he
said
said
hearing
her
No,
hearing is gone.
Foxy.
Foxy.
Foxy
Foxy
Brown.
Brown was allegedly in the car with Zip when Keefe D and them met up, and even Von Zip offered him the gun. Which that's the myth that's out there. Everybody keeps saying Von Zip gave him the gun and all of that. He offered. Keefe said he offered him the gun, but he told him, no, 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 we good, we good, we got our own shit. But Foxy was in the car, and just thinks if Foxy come through and say, "Oh yeah, that conversation did happen." Well,
Yeah, no,
and
no,
then
yeah.
and
Who
then you got Puffy and you got Gene Dillon now saying that that Puffy called and was inquiring, was that us? Was that us?
Mm,
Yeah. So
for a little clarification? Who was Zip?
word.
Von Zip, his name Von Zip. I guess he had a nightclub out there called Zip Code.
Okay.
A major player, apparently in the drug game, PCP game, in from Harlem, New York. Supposed to be related to. I heard him and Puffy Mama was messing around, but people said that ain't true.
Mm.
But he supposed to be a major player in New York at the time.
And he was affiliated with with Diddy at the time as well, or
Correct. Yeah,
okay.
he's the connection between the South Side and the New York connection. Von Zip is his name.
Damn. So, what do you ultimately think is going to happen to Keffe D? You talked about him possibly having immunity, him possibly coming to some sort of agreement, now that being breached. Whatever, however, does the smoke clears, what do you think ultimately happens to Keffe D? Because now they got a face, an official face to the murder of an icon.
Yeah.
They wanted this to happen in the public eye for a long time. I doubt we're going to see him out now, knowing he's the face of this. But what do you ultimately see happening from this situation?
Well, we're in the United States of America, and I'm one of those that love our Constitution.
Hmm.
And I do believe he has some. I think they're going to be a good attorney that's going to have some case law. Uh, that's going to take this case and try to get some new case law out of this. We never had anybody stupid enough to talk as much as they did, and we never had YouTube and all of this stuff. You know that we have social media and all of this, but we never had a criminal or accused murderer, accused person with a proper agreement that did this much talking. So my point is, we're going to get some case law, I believe, either positive or negative, where if you have an agreement with law enforcement, is that agreement extends outside of the proper agreement if you just make the same statement. So since I already made the statement to law enforcement, you already know this. Can I talk about it on social media platforms? Um, and I think this is going to be something that's going to be tried in court. Uh, Not in court. Well, yeah, in front of trial lawyer judges. Now, if all of this get past the judge, and the judge be like, "No, no, no, you fucked up. You shouldn't have talked. This could be played before the jury." Think about it. You young motherfuckers may be like, because y'all anti-police, don't believe in everything and all of that. But the people that be on juries are generally our parents and aunties and stuff like that, right? If you
Mm-hmm.
ever been in court,
Uh-huh.
their first question going to be, is the motherfucker crazy? Yes or no? He's not crazy. And he said this how many times and wrote about it in a book? No, we believe you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that's good enough for us?
Right.
Now, you get some 22, 23-year-olds in there, you still might not believe it. Because man, we done raised some fucked up kids. Man. Oh man, I hate 24, 25-year-old motherfuckers. They will argue you down about the sky is blue. No, it ain't. That motherfucker is powder blue. So, okay, whatever. Yeah, they got opinion on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Any more about Keffe D?
There we
Okay.
go.
I'll ask you this before I ask the next question. VladTV. I think I pretty much know your position on this, but you kind of talked about it a little earlier. Would you say that's because you already said on Death Row Chronicles, you already spoke about it, but Vlad had Keffe D on numerous amount of times, poking and prying until all the information came out.
Yeah.
Do you put any of this on Vlad? Or do you think that Vlad would be called into court? No.
Vlad ain't Vlad ain't putting Vlad ain't put no gun to nobody motherfucking head to make him come and talk.
That's true.
Y'all ain't put no gun to my head to make me come up here and talk. So anything I said get used against me is not y'all fault, right?
Right.
But my point to all of that is Vlad taking credit doing a victory dance now about the exposure.
Yeah.
Well, he's saying that he solved the case.
Yep.
Well, Greg Hayden's murder rap actually solved the case. Uh, but Vlad TV has 5.6 million viewers,
Yep.
and he exposed his 5.6 million viewers to this whole case, broke it down well. So him and my boy Art the Dialogue, and I believe Bomb First as well, and Murder Rap. And so those
Mm.
four channels together, given that exposure to this case, in my opinion, is what made the DA go and say, all right, we tired of this nigga making a mockery and making fun of us and thumping his nose at us. Y'all go deal with that. Here, somebody on my team, go deal with that. See what y'all can do
Mm.
because we got to shut this nigga up. He making us look bad as a law enforcement agency, and so I believe that's what happened. But if KPD would have just went and did like Russell Simmons and got away from shit and don't want
Right.
to say shit, just argue with your kids online every now and then, KPD would be sitting at home with his wife right now, asking her to get her fat ass up and
Dang.
get her something to eat.
Mm.
Dang. Yeah. Yeah. We talked about it earlier at the top of the show. You're talking about DJ Envy. Now he hasn't got any federal charges yet, but they did raid his office up there at iHeartMedia. His business partner, Caesar Pena, was arrested by the Fed. What's your thoughts on that? And do you see the Feds coming for Envy anytime soon?
Well, generally, when they come, as y'all saw from our boy Donald Trump, when they come knocking on your businesses and your homes,
Yep.
usually kind of following that something's going to happen.
Yeah.
I hope the best. I really like the Breakfast Club show. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I like what they're doing. Uh, so I don't wish it. I don't wish prison on anybody, especially with stuff like that. I just have problems with murderers, rapists, child abusers, domestic violence. Everybody else, I believe, should be fined and probation and warnings and stuff. I'll be honest. You put a gun in somebody's face, maybe shit like that.
Mhm.
So I got a hard problem with people going to jail for a lot of different things. I believe you can break a nigga down just by taking their money from them
Yeah.
and doing it is good enough. But that's a subject for another day. Um, so I say all that to say I don't wish that on the brother, but generally, when they come knocking like that, yeah, you might have a little problem. You might have a little problem.
Could his money solve that, or is it bigger? It's bigger than money right now.
Uh, well, money can help get time down, but it
Mm.
ain't gonna stop it from getting that embarrassment, getting that arrest, losing that job,
Yeah. Yep.
and stuff like that. Because corporate America not gonna continue to mess with him if they found out that there's enough for him to arrest.
That's a fact.
Charlemagne will be another host down, and then maybe you might lose your host, that Sam. And
Oh, got him for the
Nah.
Breakfast Club. Dang, I'm gonna be a little more loyal than that. But you know what? I'd be happy for him if he did, man. Come let me get a little
exactly.
bit of that. You know what I'm saying? But now we got Reggie Wright Jr. on the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. And we appreciate your time. Definitely appreciate your just your honesty and your candidness, man. Never afraid to tell your truth on the situation. Before we get out of here, I want to know about your health. I mean, without giving too much to the people, how you feeling? I know you've been
Yeah,
dealing with a lot these last couple of
Yeah.
years, man. You still grinding, still doing your thing. So how are you health wise?
health wise. So, man, I don't know y'all position because I know y'all a little younger than I. So on vaccinations, but I'm a proponent. uh, I'm a believer in it.
Right.
So this all happened to me before the jabs was available, but I am one that believe in getting the jabs. I think it makes the give you a better fighting chance for this virus. that's out there. So I caught COVID in 2020, I believe it was
Hmm.
December, and so I've been dealing with it. I woke up off the ventilator after my wife and them was advised to take me off the ventilator,
Wow.
which they didn't. Uh, thank God. But I woke up off the ventilator, paralyzed, or well, not paralyzed, couldn't move, had no movement from the neck down, couldn't move my hands, couldn't do anything. Uh, but over the last 2.5 years, I'm now standing up on a walker, not
Nice.
walking, but standing up on a walker and able to do everything for myself now, except go and get my food.
Right.
That's just because I'm being lazy.
Right.
But other than that, but in the last 2.5 years, everything is coming back, and so hopefully in about 4 or 5 months, I'll be able to come and sit down in y'all studio and hang out with y'all one day.
More
We'll
than
love
welcome.
it.
Come
We'll
on
love
through,
that.
man. Definitely appreciate your time, man. Thank you for your candidness, even with your health, and continue for you to continue to grow and have be successful, man, and get better. So we appreciate you, Reggie Wright Jr. and Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. Let the people know, if you care, where they can find you, where they can check out your work, whatever you got going on, brother. The floor is yours.
Well, yeah, anytime you can, if you want to hear good stories and come and check me out, my point of view, you can go to Bomb First YouTube channel. And if you want to hear, and if you one of those that want to talk shit about Reggie Wright, you can pretty much go to any channel from the Genie deal to Snitch Choke Joke. Any of those nigga channels, and they talking about me daily for views. So
Yeah, there's a lot of
Snitch
people that
all
don't
good.
like you,
Yeah,
man.
snitch choke joke.
Well,
That's
you get
crazy.
views. Talk about Reggie, you go from 2 to 3,000 views to 10 to 15,000 views.
All right, well, next week we might be talking shit about you, man, because
Yeah,
It's
we
all
ain't do
good.
that. We ain't do
It's
nah,
that.
man,
all
we
good.
playing,
I
man.
don't
We
care.
appreciate you, though.
I'm one of those that believe in negative publicity, positive publicity is all publicity.
That's a
And,
fact. Yeah.
You
and
need to be Cardi B's consultant because she hurting right now. But
yeah, man, I saw that. Matter of fact, I think y'all posted something about it.
mm,
I really like Cardi. I love her ever since she got her teeth done and fixed. But she man, fuck them. She making her money. What she care?
Right.
What
Okay.
she
Yeah. It's
care?
crazy.
What the hell?
uh,
I don't know. I guess one of y'all made a good point when y'all said that. And I tell this all the time. This something is like I said it myself. Because people always say, "Oh, you hating on Snoop? You hating on Snoop because you jealous? That nigga make rich and all that." Telling y'all, man, money ain't everything. You need to have God, love, and good health.
mm,
Money is number 4 on my list. Now,
mm,
money helps things,
Oh yeah.
but if you
facts.
ain't got nobody to love you, well,
Yeah.
you ain't number one if you don't know God. In my opinion, I ain't trying. You don't know God. You don't have nobody to love you, and you don't have good health. That money don't do shit for you, bro.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Good point.
That's a fact.
Way to close
Yep.
out. Stay healthy, man. Hope to see you next time, on the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. Definitely appreciate you. Reggie Wright Jr.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, brother.
Respect.
Peace. Peace.
Take
All right.
care, man. Thank you, bro.
All right.